Hi, what's good, people? What is good? So the Joker trailer is out. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I was thoroughly impressed and excited to see how the Joker has come about in terms of his moveset and whatnot. But within the trailer, there was some secrets and some hidden references that you may have missed. So in this breakdown, we're gonna go through all of that. Hope you enjoy. Like the video as well and comment your thoughts. So let's start with the Heath Ledger references. The first reference would be the bomb detonation device that he uses against Katana. When he uses it, there's a person that's basically a kamikaze that is about to explode on Katana, but he's actually fiddling with the actual detonation device as it's kind of broken or whatnot, which is very reminiscent to Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, the nurse scene, the hospital destruction scene, where he's also fiddling with the detonation device until it finally works and it explodes, the same way the Joker does, where the person finally explodes upon the opponent. So that was quite a reference in my opinion. Katana's catsuit, it has a new MILEENA Sai. Yes, there is a new Sai with this suit. I really looked at it, and if you notice, it's not a side that is currently available. So this must come with the actual skin and gear pieces itself, which makes me believe that the gear piece will be the Sai and obviously the fan. Therefore, you will not be able to change the mask. The mask comes with the actual suit itself, similar to Jade's witch skin, where the hat comes with the suit. But it's a really nice skin, and I can't wait to play it and review it. As the catsuit also comes with a whip, which is in reference to Catwoman. Obviously, the catsuit won't be a catsuit without the whip, will it? But I'm sure that's just a ornament for the actual suit itself, so it's not something that's usable. But it looks really cool, and it just adds to the flavor of the actual skin and gear piece overall. That is also awesome. But let's get into Joker and his moveset from what I noticed, and I took some notes. So the Joker's forward throw, it has quite a long animation, but it does have great distance, so it really propels the opponent to almost the other side of the screen. His back throw, however, it does the same thing, has long distance, but the actual animation, it's slightly shorter, which is good. Because when you are near the end of the match, and if your opponent is trying to time you out, if your animation for your throw is too long, then you're not going to get the victory in the match because the animation is too long. And if there's 1 or 2 seconds and your animation for your throw is 3 or 4 seconds, you're obviously going to lose. So the back throw is slightly shorter in terms of length of time for the animation, which is cool. Now, he has a couple of command grabs that I noticed. So he has the command grab with a wheelchair, but it looks to me that it's a high because he grabs the person in the wheelchair and swings them. So I'm assuming that's a high. However, when you amplify it, it is a low. It's a low ender because he swings the opponent. He swings the person that's in the wheelchair, and then amplified, he swings them under his legs and they hit them on the low. So that's cool. He also has a command grab with the golf swing as well, which is very reminiscent to Aaron Black's acid pour command grab as well. And I mentioned things similar to Aaron Black and Kano in a past video. I'll link it in the annotations and in the description, that the Joker will have movesets similar to these because that would fit. He also has a running fly kick, and to me that looks as though it's similar to, in a sense, Jade's amplified nitro kick or Aaron Black's dive kick, because you can do it normally or you can end up getting a crushing blow from it. So I'm assuming if you hit it twice in a row, you get a crushing blow, but that's something we'll have to wait and see. But that's just something that I observed and saw. Now, one of the interesting things that I liked about the Joker is the fact that with his Batman puppet, from what I can tell, it looks as though it's a Perry, but if you amplify it, the puppet shoots out rockets. So that's like a mind game. Are you going to just do the normal Perry, or are you going to shoot out the rockets instead by using and spinning a bar to amplify it? So that's cool. The Batman puppet can also shoot low rockets as well. Very similar to Sonya Blade's drone, where she calls in the drone in a third variation, and it can shoot low projectiles. I'm assuming that's how it's going to be with the Batman puppet in terms of the zoning utensil that he will have with the Batman puppet. He also has gasoline that he can spray on the floor. It looks to me like it will be just like acid pour that Aaron Black has. However, in Joker's case, he can actually amplify it and ignite the gasoline, so it will be flames, like how Kano can throw flames on the floor and spray gasoline on you. In the Joker's case, it's the other way round. He sprays the gasoline on the floor and then ignites you. So that's pretty cool. Now, Joker's fatal blow, from what I can tell, it's very similar to Johnny Cage in the sense that Johnny Cage can cancel out of his fatal blow, or he can delay the fatal blow, or he can just do the fatal blow regular. And that's awesome, because I like the fact that a character has a cancel mechanic in their repertoire of movesets. So for me personally, I want to be playing with the variation that comes with that Batman puppet Perry. And if my assumption is correct, that the fatal blow can be cancelled out of as opposed to just delaying it, that will be the variation that I'll be using. So that's really awesome. Really awesome. And last but not least, the jukebox, from what I can see, seems to be an overhead, but if you amplify it, it's a low, and it also gives you a pop-up. So that's also really good for the mind game as to if the opponent doesn't have the bastard breakaway. However, you can do a low with the jukebox and get a pop-up, and then continue an onslaught of combos with the Joker. So it's very obvious that I'm assuming the jukebox is going to be in a specific variation. The Batman puppet particular things is going to be in a different variation as well. And he may have a variation that has just the cane in terms of its movesets. So that is awesome. And one last slight reference to Heath Ledger would be the fact that in the Joker's intro dialogue, just before he speaks with Baraka, he's adjusting himself using the blade in hand as if it's a mirror, which is kind of similar to in The Dark Knight when the Joker crashes the dinner party and he is about to introduce himself to Harvey Dent's fiance. He kind of adjusting himself in a similar way to how the Joker is adjusting himself before having dialogue with Baraka. So that's just the things that I took from Joker trailer. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the Joker and how excited you are about the skins that we're getting. That seems to be a DC theme, which stems all the way back to Lex Luthor Kano skin that he got, Cassie Cage Harley Quinn skin, and now we have Catwoman Katana skin along with Apocalypse type skin for Geras and Killer Croc for Baraka. So let me know in the comments what you thought, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.